Like, I should have an in, right?
Yes.
Okay. Hello. If anyone is here, let us know. My lighting is not optimal today, so it's fine. I'm gonna get like actual lights in this room. I have one light. Like I have a fan, like a ceiling fan, but the light doesn't work on it. So I just have like a table lamp. So we'll just there. That's better.
There you go.
Fine. I can see you.
Okay. As you all come in, let us know what you're reading. If I know where I put my Kindle when I decided to start moving things around, I'm going to be reading Four Aunties and a Wedding. In this book, I am like 20% into it or something, 15% into it. And it's funnier than the first one already.
Nice. You're making me want to pick that series up like right now, and I do not have time.
Apparently, this one has to do with the mafia, but it's like, so I don't know. I'm ready. What do y'all want to introduce yourselves? Even though people here probably know who you are, and tell us what you're reading.
Sure. I'm Brittany. My channel is Brittany Loves Reading, and I do one theme vlog a week and one sit-down video a week. And I am starting to do more sprints, trying to get a sprinting schedule happening. We're working on it. I am working on All the Light You Cannot See, which is World War II historical fiction. And I'm hoping to finish this in the next couple of days, but I have 400 pages left. So we'll see what happens.
I believe in you. You can do it.
Okay. I'm Rainy, and I read thriller and horror mainly. Rainy Blue reads. And what am I reading? Oh, Reckless Girls, because I'm reading a bunch of, and then there were none retellings. So that is what I'm reading. And it's pretty good. So we'll go with that.
I'm so glad that you're enjoying this book, honestly. I am tickled pink because so like other people that I know personally didn't like it, and I'm like, I love this book. I need someone else to love it too.
Neva's just feeling so validated by your opinion.
I really was like, maybe it's just I was like in a grief state, you know what I mean? And now I'm like feeling validated. Hello, Crystal. Going to be finishing the American Roommate Experiment and cataloging your recent haul.
Love that.
Is this the book after the Spanish Love Deception?
Is it? I didn't realize they were connected. I thought they were just
by the same author, at least.
Oh, yeah, but I think they're standalones. I'm going to look.
Okay, well, I did not really enjoy the Spanish Love Deception very much, so I don't know if I'm going to read that one.
Don't quote me on this.
I've seen negative reviews for this book.
They're definitely in the same series, so I'm wrong.
The Spanish Love Deception, I felt like just drug on forever for no reason. Yeah. My opinion. That's my opinion. Not saying other people can't love it. Starting The Catcher in the Rye for a readathon that I completely.
That's my favorite book ever.
It's due in 48 hours.
I love that book with all my heart.
Rainy has me rereading this for my project, and I haven't read it since high school. So
that's literally my favorite book ever.
It's gonna be
I love it so much.
Hello, Jessica. Crystal says Brittany's reading the best book.
I'm liking it so far. I really am. It's really different. The layout's really different, but I'm liking it so far. So.
Hello, Kiana. Reading She Come By It Natural by Sarah Smarsh. About Dolly Parton. Listen.
Dolly Parton sold me on that like real fast.
I love Dolly Parton. Okay. I love her.
I do love Dolly.
Hello, Jessica. I haven't seen you in a minute. So it's nice to see you. I was actually thinking about you earlier today because Ari asked about you, and I was like, I don't know. I haven't seen her. And now here you are. Not going to read this first sprint because you're going to eat dinner, but I'm going to start the final strive. Wonderful. What are you eating? I also have to eat dinner at some point during these sprints. Austin ordered Ari a Happy Meal, so I don't know what I'm going to eat because I do not want McDonald's. Hello, E. Harris. Yeah, it's the same world, apparently. So I was right.
No, you were right. I was wrong.
Hello, Kelsey. reading Long Bright River tonight, almost midway through. I hope that you're loving it.
Oh, I actually just got that from Book of the Month because like I've been wanting to read that. So I'm interested in knowing if you're liking it.
I know she's loving it. She's told me a couple of times.
Crystal says that the American one is better than the Spanish Love Deception.
I have to read Spanish Love Deception by the end of the year because I don't know why I did this to myself. I picked like 25 books that I thought were going to be 5 stars, and I was doing really good. And now I've only read like 12, and I'm like, well, homegirl, you got 3 months.
I mean, I'm still really in my romance era because, like, I won't lie, like these cozy mysteries I've been reading have a pretty heavy romance, like rom-com influence to them.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm still deep in my romance era. Okay, I'm not giving up on it. I just feel like my romance era might be like my fantasy era, where like my fantasy era comes every winter and then leaves after it gets warm. I think my romance, like my true like romance era, it'll come like in the summertime and then leave when it gets cold.
Yeah.
Hello, reading When No One Is Watching by Alyssa Cole. I hope you love this.
I'm supposed to be reading that, but I'm not.
I've heard terrible things about Spanish Love Deception. Hard pass. Listen, I gave it either 3 or 3.5 stars. I don't remember. And I just, I wasn't like by the end of it. I don't even remember really what it's about.
I just heard it was rough because she didn't have an editor at that point, and so or an agent.
I mean,
she was way overrode, and it was clunky, and like
it was too long. It was way too long. Not like an Emily Henry too long, you know, like where like you like look at an Emily Henry book and you're like, wow, this is chunky, but like it's edited, like so the story flows. Like I don't know. Catcher in the Rye is one of Alexis's favorite classics as well. Everyone loves Catcher in the Rye, Rainy.
Just saying.
Hello Kim, reading The Good Lie by A.R. Tor. Kim DNF'd Mary, so now I'm scared. And actually, I was checking my holds today. Apparently, one of my libraries has it. The Indianapolis library has it. I don't know why I couldn't find it the other day when I was looking for it, but I have it on hold.
Nice.
Well, that's good.
So whenever it comes through, I'll read it. But I think Kim said that she DNF'd it, and Sarah didn't like it. So now I'm scared.
Okay.
Other people are liking it in the Discord, though. So Kiana has never read Catcher in the Rye. I have, but it was a long time ago.
Yeah, I probably read it in school. Like that was the last time.
I read it in AP English. But it's Rainy's favorite book. So
it is. It's great. I just love it.
Kelsey said she's loving her book so far. It's a long one, so it's taking her a while to get through it.
I didn't realize it was long.
I kept missing sprints because I was at Patreon sprints this week. Tell Ari hi for me. I'm eating shepherd's pie. I hope that you love it. I don't like shepherd's pie. Which I know is like weird because people don't like, a lot of people like it, but I hope that you love it. And I will tell Ari that you said hi. She's downstairs waiting for her Happy Meal to be delivered. Yeah, I've hit a cozy era, like cozy mystery era that I didn't even know that I needed until I was like, let's do a vlog.
Right? We kind of like talked about these today on Sprints. It was like all the cozy mysteries that we want to read. There's so many.
So many. Yeah, Kim DNF'd Mary. She said that the main character was too whiny, if I remember correctly. Because I do see like people commenting in the Discord. I just don't click on any that have like the black out
spoiler.
Spoilers. Yeah. But like I saw like Kim talking about it. So also she's never read Catcher in the Rye. Okay, apparently we all need to do like a group read of Catcher in the Rye because I'm not a spooky season person. So hello, Chrissy, reading an arc of a Christmas romance.
I love that.
I mean, that's fine. My friend Cassie is also not a spooky season person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't relate to that because I am a spooky season person. But
yeah,
if you're not, then like it makes sense to read, like to get a jump start on your Christmas stuff.
Yeah. I
'Cause
love
all-
like Christmas romances. Like it's the only time that is my Christmas like romance. I just need romance at Christmas. Like I want all my books to be Hallmark Christmas movies.
Yeah.
Well, then they all seem to come out in like October so that people can buy them before Christmas time too. So.
That was the problem with getting ARCs this year. Like I was like, but I can't. I don't want to read it in October.
Yeah, that was my thing. Was I didn't. A lot of people were like, "Oh, I'm going to request a bunch of Christmas ARCs on NetGalley," and then I went to go look at them, and they're all like before Halloween, and I'm like, I don't want to read these right now. Like, if y'all had them coming out like after Halloween, like in November, I would read them then at least. But
Yeah, I know.
I have an audiobook that I listen to that's like takes place at Thanksgiving, and I listen to it every year, like in November at some point.
I don't think of Thanksgiving as a Christmas holiday because we have it in October. Like Thanksgiving's in like 3 weeks.
Ours is in November.
Right.
So yeah.
Ours is very much like a fall holiday, like pumpkin. Like it's very like it's before Halloween.
Yeah.
Got you. Yeah. So you guys have Thanksgiving and then Halloween.
Yeah.
And we have Halloween and then Thanksgiving.
We have it like the second week of October.
I think
so. It's a fall holiday. It's not a winter holiday to you.
No, it's definitely like a fall holiday. Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, to me, like Thanksgiving, because it's for us in America, it's at the end of November. Thanksgiving marks like the transition from fall to winter for me.
Yeah. Right.
It's fall until after Thanksgiving. So sorry for it. I mean, you can put your tree up the day after Thanksgiving, but like, don't ask me.
And I think that's why we kind of are like November. You'll start seeing Christmas trees go up. Like November, like early November, because we have nothing after Halloween.
Right.
We have no holidays from Halloween to Christmas. Not a thing. So we're like, okay, time to start the Christmas decor.
Right. You modify it. I don't include stuff I don't like, and technically I'm getting. So my problem is I don't like gravy.
Oh,
shepherd's pie without gravy, and
is where it's at.
I'm not a fan of gravy, so that's why. Because really, like the innards of a shepherd's pie, like the things that you put in it, or a cottage pie if you use beef, the things that are in it, like the vegetables and the meat and stuff, I like all of that stuff. I don't like gravy. So that's amazing. Jessica hates Catcher in the Rye, apparently. I feel like classics are an acquired taste. Like you're either gonna like classics or you're not gonna like them at all. Because like I like Jane Eyre, and a lot of people don't like that classic at all.
I loved Jane Eyre.
I also like Little Women, and some people find it to not be.
I have not actually read that one.
I love Little Women, and I just read the March Sisters retelling, and I loved that too.
Is that the one? Okay, is that the one with like a purple cover?
It's two books. One's pink and one's green.
Okay, no, it's not.
So it's like Meg and Joe is the first book, and Beth and Amy is the second book.
Okay, so on NetGalley, I got this book called Belittled Women.
Oh.
And it's kind of difficult for me to listen to because it's one of their like the NetGalley audio arcs where it's like a computerized voice, so like the voice is annoying to me, but the story is really good, but it's a retelling of Little Women and I'm enjoying it. I'm probably just going to try to find it either as an actual audiobook or as like the ebook from the library when it comes out and read it, because I do like the story, but listening to it's like I don't like when Siri reads books to me unless I have to do it that way either. Like that's a last resort for me. And that's what it sounds like. It sounds like Siri reading you a story. And it's not a thing. Just constantly freaking out for hours of an audiobook. The MC was very mentally ill, which there's nothing wrong with. It was just a lot for me. Got you. Hallmark always has Christmas in July, so I'm a person who once September hits, I'm on the Christmas train.
I am the same, Chrissy. We are kindred spirits in the Christmas.
I just cannot, like, I can't skip over Halloween.
Well, I don't mind. I think they can be holidays that are celebrated together.
I mean, that's true, because I definitely watch The Nightmare Before Christmas at Christmas and at Halloween.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's true. I'm always ready to put my Christmas tree up, and I would keep you around if the husband wouldn't mind. Got you. Yeah. I could understand why that would be rough if there's like a lot of
Like
mental illness.
yeah.
Yeah.
Gravy should be a food group on its own. Yeah, I love that y'all love gravy. Okay.
Gravy's delicious.
But I don't put gravy on like mashed potatoes. I don't put gravy on anything. I do not do
Mashed
gravy.
potatoes is where it's at.
I do not do gravy. Like I'll mix corn into my mashed potatoes though. That is delicious. Jane Eyre is my favorite book. Yes, Jane Eyre is one of my favorite books too. I don't know if Anne of Green Gables is that considered a classic?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because honestly, that one and The Secret Garden are like my top two. Like if people were like, you have to pick a couple of classics type thing, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like I would pick, if I was going to like a deserted island and picked like two classics, I would pick those two. So The Secret Garden and Anne of Green Gables. Those are like my two. So
Yeah.
Yeah, there are a lot.
So many. There are so many.
Rainy and I will have an announcement for ours next Sunday. And then there's like, if you like, honestly, I feel like if you just search on YouTube, you can find it. Because like Crystal is doing one. She's in a group that's doing one. Michelle and Lexi are doing one.
And Michelle's doing one with Bree.
Yeah, and Michelle's doing two. So she's doing one with, it's like her, Lexi, and a couple other people. Aaron, Megan, I think, and Katrina, maybe. And I feel like there's one other person that's doing it with them. And then Michelle is also doing another one with someone with another group.
There's quite a crowd.
Like there are quite a few in October. Yeah, listen, I'm from Iowa, so we eat a lot of corn. Okay. So that like that corn song has been going around. That's my jam, honestly.
Corn.
This is accurate. This is completely accurate. This is true.
Oh yeah, poutine. I've had that. I've been to Canada once.
I'm not gonna lie. This is why
delicious.
This is why I don't like. I've never had poutine because like it's just not appealing to me because I don't like gravy.
So good.
And I know it's just like over like French fries, right?
And cheese.
Cheese and gravy and French fries, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know. Maybe. Yes. Corn mixed into mashed potatoes is the best thing in the world. I love it. And if you put cheese on top, it's even better, honestly. I celebrate Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's.
I agree, except you need to put Thanksgiving at the start if you're in Canada.
Right.
Because we hit it first.
Two classics are Jane Eyre. Oh, okay. I really do like To Kill a Mockingbird too.
Me too. I love The Secret Garden too. That's such a good one.
And I'm wondering if The Giver is considered a classic now. Like I don't like what is the criteria for a classic?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
But To Kill a Mockingbird is on my list too.
I love To Kill a Mockingbird.
The only thing with To Kill a Mockingbird is that I have to be in like a good headspace to reread it, because even in a good headspace, it will make me cry and it will make me feel a lot of things.
Yeah.
No problem. We are always here to help. Sav from Riveting Reads. And Sav, I've only just started following Sav, which is why I can never remember. Like, I know her face, but her name, I'm still like trying to learn it, you know?
Yeah.
Substitute honey mustard for gravy with the cheese fries. It is so good.
Okay.
That sounds actually good, honestly. Poutine.
It does look disgusting. I will agree. It looks atrocious. But if you put ketchup on top, it's like delicious.
It definitely does look not good.
I agree. It looks awful. Like it doesn't look good, but it is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to reread To Kill a Mockingbird. I actually missed my reread for The Giver this year. I usually read that in the summer, so I'm gonna have to pick it up sometime before the end of the year because that's one that I try to reread every year, and then I watch the movie because I felt like they did well with the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I just felt like with the movie, it just like enhanced the experience of the book because you see like other like points of view that you don't see in the book because of how it's written.
Yeah.
But The Giver is also one where I have to be in like a good spot to read it because I know that like to them what they're doing by like releasing people is not murder, but like it's murder. You know what I'm saying? And they just do it so like nonchalantly that even though I know it's coming, like every time I have to reread it, it just kind of shocks me a little bit, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
True.
To Kill a Mockingbird also has an incredible movie.
It does.
Yeah. Okay, so I figured that we'll do 45-minute sprints unless everybody wants to do an hour. I don't really care one way or the other. I do have to put this humongous, I don't know if you can even see it behind me, but this humongous pile of books because Austin brought my actual bookcases up here, but looking at these, like they were free. So like I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. They were definitely free from somebody in our neighborhood. But I'm gonna be lucky if all those books fit on these two shelves. So I'm definitely gonna have to buy like taller shelves because in the pictures they looked taller and they're not. So I'm gonna have to buy some more shelves at some point. The Giver movie.
Hey.
I mean, Taylor Swift's character was the receiver or the giver's daughter, which she's
yeah, that was weird.
Well, okay, but if you read the book, she's an integral part of the story. It's just that the way that we see it in the movie is as like a flashback.
Yeah.
And in the book, it's just him describing it to Jonah. But if they had left that part out, the movie wouldn't have made any. I mean, I guess they could have just had him explain it, but I think it would have slowed the movie down.
Yeah.
But the whole point of her was she was supposed to be a receiver. I'm sorry, she was the giver's daughter, not because Jonah was a receiver. But she was supposed to be the next giver, like after, or the next receiver, I mean, after him. And that's why he was the receiver for so long. Was because she decided she could handle it. Like, but like it followed the book. Like it didn't really deviate from the actual book. Yes.
My Happy Meal came in this. I had a one, but I don't know where it is. And it has an island, but this.
Do you need me to open that for you?
This is Snow White in her pond that she always lives in. Look, there's a bag.
I mean, I don't think that she did badly. I mean, I personally like Taylor Swift, so her being in it didn't. I mean, like Taylor, like I mean, yeah, like I mean, I'm like a fan of Taylor Swift, so like her being in it didn't really bother me. Okay, go eat your food, please. Go eat.
Oh, see, I thought you hated Taylor Swift, and I was like, what?
No. I love Taylor Swift. Absolutely not. I'm a Swift.
You're like, that's a statement to make.
That is a statement.
I love her. I love Taylor Swift. So, like, to me, like, I mean, when they announced that she was going to be in it, I wasn't like, oh, when I knew what part she was playing, I knew that it wasn't going to be like it's a major part of the story, but not like a major character. Does that make sense? Like she wasn't going to be in a lot of the movie, but it was like an integral part of the story. I mean, it didn't really bother me that she was cast, but I mean, I know people had issues with her being cast alongside Zac Efron in the Lorax too. I personally loved her in that. It's just me, but like I've heard, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I just like her in general.
Well, yeah, I mean, she's pretty great. I mean, I do think she's a little overhyped, but it's okay.
I mean, there are a lot of female that are. I think that for the roles that Taylor has been in, because she hasn't been in a lot. She was in like that one Valentine's Day, I think it was, because that was the point in time when she was like dating Taylor Lautner, you know, when they were Taylor and Taylor, which was really weird.
He married someone named Taylor.
Named Taylor anyway.
Absolutely, he did.
I'm like, I was like, where are you? No. I mean, I remember seeing Valentine's Day and I liked that movie. Yeah. And I thought she was really good in that. The stuff that she's been in, they're never like huge roles. So to me, it's not like I've never been like, wow, Taylor Swift sucks so badly at acting, never cast her in anything again. I just don't think that that's necessarily I just don't think that acting is necessarily her calling, which is why I think we don't see her act in a lot of things.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't think she's as bad as Beyonce. I love Beyonce, but listen. I have to agree with this. I like Beyonce. So Dreamgirls, this is the one that I can think of like off the top of my head. Because people were all up in arms that Jennifer Hudson won an award for that, a Grammy, I think, for Dreamgirls, and Beyonce didn't.
Or her, I don't know. She won.
I mean, personally, Jennifer Hudson has a better voice, but
Beyonce was there with Dreamgirls as far as the singing goes.
Oh yeah,
like, that soundtrack, I listened to it on repeat. But acting wise, I've never thought that Beyonce was like a great actor. Yeah. It's why I don't really like
they should just stick to one thing. Like not everybody has to be like the triple threat. Like they don't have to do everything. And she's so amazing at singing and has such a platform there that sometimes it's best to just like
leave it alone.
Now, like Lady Gaga, excellent. She came into acting and has done very well for herself. So I guess you don't know until you try. But then, you know.
But that's why, like, okay, when they did the remake of The Lion King, first of all, they butchered that movie, in my opinion.
I haven't seen it yet.
Sorry.
It's not good.
So sorry. Just don't, Rainey. Because here's the thing. I'm just going to say it because I'm sure everyone's seen The Lion King, okay? Like, it doesn't deviate really from the original Lion King. It basically follows the same. But my problem is, why did we not bring back other actors that are still alive? Because we brought James Earl Jones back as Mufasa. Why did we not bring, what is his name, like Jeremy Lyons or whatever? Why did we not bring him back as Scar? Because whoever they cast as Scar apparently can't sing, because he didn't sing Be Prepared. He spoke the entire song, and then at the very end did like the big, like raucous, like Be Prepared thing. And I was like, this, I paid $8 to see that crap movie. Okay. And I didn't think that Beyonce as Nala was not what I was envisioning.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Yeah, I don't think she's an actress either. She's bad in every role and everything. I don't think I've seen her in anything outside of. Oh, she was in Obsessed. Remember that movie?
No.
Y'all,
we're both like, no.
They used to show it like on Lifetime a lot, but I'm pretty sure it was like an actual movie, and then people just realized it was bad, so they just put it on Lifetime. But it was about the black couple that they were like married, and then this white lady had come in. I think she's the chick from Clueless, but she comes into the office and she's like a new intern, right? And she like latches on to the husband. It's very Lifetime, okay? Very Lifetime. Like she latches on to the husband, and then Beyonce's character, who's the wife, is like, I know you're cheating. And there's like a TikTok sound that goes around sometimes where she's like, she's like, take your toothbrush and your prophylactics if you think you need them and leave or whatever. And he's like, where should I go? And she's like, to hell. It's like a TikTok sound that goes around. That movie was terrible, but Beyonce was the main actress in that. It was not good. It could have been good, but it just it was not good. Yeah, I agree. Sam won't watch any of the remakes for the live action stuff. And I told him, I was like, even if you do decide to watch any of them, like I want to watch the new Pinocchio. Ari watched it yesterday and she said that she liked it. So I need to watch that because Tom Hanks is Geppetto and I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
Any role he's been good at. Yeah. That movie was horrible. It was so bad. And like sometimes I will watch it just to be like, wow, this movie is as awful as I remember it. Because it was just not like which Lifetime movies are usually pretty awful anyway. Like, let's just be honest. But like,
Why are you breaking that?
that's because it doesn't exist. Yeah. Idris Elba was, I believe, I'm pretty sure that was the husband. Listen, Obsessed may have been a Tyler Perry movie. I know that they used to play it on repeat on Lifetime. But it may have been a Tyler Perry production. If it was, listen, Tyler Perry really did the thing by just like casting his friend Beyonce, in my opinion. And I like Tyler Perry movies, but that one was not, that wasn't it. I also want to see The Little Mermaid, the new one.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited for that.
I saw the trailer and I'm ready. And Ari watched the trailer on Instagram with me yesterday, I think it was. And she's like, the Little Mermaid is gonna have brown skin. She's so excited. Like I
love that.
Yeah, it was not good. Okay, let's go ahead. We will start our first sprint. We're gonna just like do 45-minute and then like 15-minute. We'll see if I can save that. Let me change this really quick so that the breaks are 15 minutes. No, not 50. Absolutely.
Then Neva, make sure you check your Insta because I set up the bonfire and the shirt.
Yes, I saw the notifications coming in. So I will check that. I also hope that The Little Mermaid is good because I will be very upset if it's not. With all the hype that it's had around it.
Yeah.
And it's like it's a black actress that is The Little Mermaid. Like I'm gonna be very upset if it's not good.
Well, she's not an actress either. She's a musician.
She is, but here's the thing. I'm hoping that it's similar to like the Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
Remake, because I really liked it, even though people were like, well, Emma Watson's not really a singer. And I was like, yeah, but Emma Watson is a badass. And like every role that she's played, she's been a badass. Like,
agreed.
So she rewrote the part of Belle, and instead of making her like a damsel in distress, like she's just a badass. And that's why it's Ari's favorite. Ari won't even watch the animated one anymore.
I love Beauty and the Beast anyway. Like it's my favorite.
Same. Mine too.
So
all right. We will do our first 45. Oh, she was in Grownish. I never watched that show. Not gonna lie to y'all.
Me neither. I don't watch a lot of TV, to be truthfully honest.
She was in Grownish.
I don't know things. I thought
is that the show that's after Blackish?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it is. I'd never watched.
It's somehow connected. I don't know.
Yeah, I never watched either of those shows. I'll just be honest. All right, we will see everyone in 45 minutes.
All right.
Sorry, I couldn't remember which button to push. And I was not trying to make my face the biggest one. What did we do?
I ate, and I'm still eating, and that's all I did.
I did mostly mom stuff and read like 10 pages. So, you know, when you try to sit down and then all of a sudden your child needs all the things. That's what
Right. Well, I got the books put on my shelf behind me.
Good.
You can see.
awesome.
There's a lot of like blank space, but that's fine. I guess that's just an excuse to buy more books.
Oh yeah.
And I also got Ari's books, some of her books put on here because we don't allow her to have her books in her room because she will leave them on the floor. So, I mean, we let her have them in there, but they don't stay. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I reread the first 10 pages of You're Invited because I needed like to refresh what this book is about because at some point this month I need to read this book. I think I'm going to take it with me when we go to Iowa not next week, but the week after.
I need to read it too.
So but I was like, let me just like refresh myself because I tried to just pick it up at chapter 5 and I was like, I don't remember anything. And then I found the audio for Four Aunties and a Wedding. So I listened to I think 4%. I don't know. I just started it where I knew I left off. So I'm at 19% on the audio at 2.5 speed because this narrator reads very slow. And worked on the bingo board for the Halloween thingy.
I'm so excited. I'm doing so many readathons in October, but it's fine.
Me too.
I just keep thinking of it as it's vlogs.
Yeah. I think
it's content.
Exactly.
Actually, no.
What?
I'm doing 3. No, I think I'm doing 3. I only was planning on doing Halloween and ours and what is it? Whatever Gabby's is. Weekend Ween, whatever.
Weekend Ween.
Yeah.
I am not doing Weekend Ween because it's because it's the same weekend. I just was like, I'm not going to bother. What am I doing? I'm doing your guys' readathon, even though I know nothing about it other than that it's happening, but I'm doing it because I love you both.
We also
and I'm doing Halloween weekend for, and I'm doing, Crystal, what's your readathon called that you're participating in with Barb? Camp Crystal something.
I saw that one. That looks fun.
Yeah, it's hosted by Barb from Barb's Bookland.
Yeah,
I always know people's names and forget their channel names. I don't know if that's relatable, but it's like I know your name, but what's your channel name?
I think it's called Camp Crystal Lake.
That's it. And I'm doing that one, and I'm on Crystal's team.
Me
because
too.
I commented on our video, and she's like, "You better be joining my team." And I was like, "Yes." And for anyone who was at my sprints the other day, I have acquired a copy of my best friend's exorcism, so we can all be happy.
Also, for anyone that needs it,
go ahead.
It's on Audible. If you have an Audible subscription, you can listen to it for free.
Although I totally take it back that I don't like the new cover now that I have it, because you should see these end pages.
Oh, really?
One sec.
I guess I'm going to have to buy it.
One moment. Just 1 second.
Please hold. Let me see where we left off. Oh, Tammy came in and said hello. She said that she was here, but she was just hanging out. Tammy is the reason that we're doing sprints. So thank you, Tammy.
So it looks like yearbook photos on the front, which I didn't really love.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But on the inside, the end pages, although it's not a dust jacket, it's a printed hardcover.
Oh, nice. I might want that.
Oh, I might want that.
It's heavy. The end pages are like signed yearbook pages.
Oh, that's cute.
Okay,
on both sides. And then also the back has like ads, like a yearbook would.
I can only buy that if I read it and I like it. Because if I don't like it, I do not want to copy.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to listen to the audio.
So it's got like, I love this, like most likely to, and like yearbook ads at the back.
I love that. Listen, I will buy it if either the library gives me, I put it on hold like a while back for the ebook. And then I did go ahead and download it to my phone on Audible because I do still have an active Audible subscription because I can't just seem to delete it. It's fine. And if I really like Grady Hendrix is an author that I've liked the one book by him that I've read. So I want him on my show. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, and I plan on getting taller shelves. This one looks a lot taller than it is. It's not very tall. But I want to get like taller shelves because like eventually I want like to have a Colleen Hoover shelf and a Taylor Jenkins Reid shelf. Yeah. Right now they're just like chilling out together with my Emily Henry book.
Well, like if I hate the book, I'm probably still not going to get rid of my edition because that's going to be like no one's going to be able to get that anymore.
Exactly.
Right. I'm going to try to get the old one because it is on American.
I got this only for $21, so it's like really not bad for a printed hardcover.
That's not bad.
So I was not upset about it. And this is my first Grady Hendrix, so I am hoping I like it.
Right.
But even if I don't like it, it's like one of my prettier books. So, you know, it might stick around as long as I don't hate it.
The way that Lainey feels about My Best Friend's Exorcism is how I feel about this book. Because, like, I don't think you can tell on the camera, but this one is the one that's, like, least damaged. And it's, like, creased on the inside right here really bad. And then there was somewhere else, I think on
those are the ones that you got from Amazon, right? And it came damaged twice.
Yeah, it came. And then, like, on the back, it's all, like, creased up on the back, too. But, like, they aren't going to be making these copies anymore because the new copies have, like, an extra chapter or prequel or whatever. Yeah. And this one was, like, independently published. Oh, also because I don't have a TBR shelf, I have these books are the ones I'm reading for this month. And these books are the books I have. The ones turned around are the ones I have so far for next month. Nice. It's already 5. It's too many, but it's fine. Hello, Ollie. Naps are great. Still reading The Last Housewife. I hope you're still loving it. 70% in your motorcycle romance. Okay, what is this motorcycle romance? I need to know.
Because Haley likened it to a mafia romance yesterday on her sprints.
The last one that I read was this one. And now I'm on J.L. Kenna's like ARC team, and I'm so excited.
Nice.
But this is the last one that I read, and she became an auto-buy author for me because of this book. And this book, I guess, wouldn't really be for everyone because the characters are 18 and 19, but they are seniors in high school. And that's like borderline of where I like to have smutty romance, but like it worked for me in this book. So
yeah.
Page 115 in the Night Circus. I hope you're loving this book. I never read the Night Circus, but I tried to read
the Starless
Sea, and I DNF'd that about 50 pages in because I had
lyrical writing is like so my jam.
I didn't know what was. Listen, I don't know if I don't think I'm smart enough for lyrical writing. Like I consider myself to be a smart person, even though like I got my GED instead of graduating high school. Like I think that I'm smart. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know how to figure things out. Lyrical writing, I'm like, I don't know what's happening. What's happening?
No, I love, like, I can hate a plot, but if the writing is, like, flowery, I still will love the book. Like, I want to be an Erin Morgenstern girly. I want to be. I just don't. I even tried to listen to the audio for the Starless Sea, and I still had no clue what was happening. I think that's why I went on and on about Frederick Bachman in my Beartown vlog, which will eventually go up at some point when I finish the series. But it's like he's just like, you would definitely want to annotate it because it's so quotable. Like there's just quotes like every 2 minutes. And I was like, I just love it.
This is why I haven't read Frederick Bachman yet. I got Beartown actually from the library, and then I was like, this is a book I'm going to have physically, and at that time I wasn't reading physically at all. Like I wasn't even annotating, so I was like, I guess Frederick Bachman's just gonna have to wait until one day I decide to buy books, and now I want every book that he writes.
Honestly, I cried for 200 pages. was a lot. Which is I have started the second one, but I had to put it down to read this for this week. Like I had to stop it. But I'm like, thank you. It's so good already, and I'm only 76 pages in.
Listen, if anyone would like to gift me some Frederick Bachman books for my birthday, that'd be great.
Put them on your wish list. I plan on sending you things for your birthday.
Okay, I'll put them on my wish list. Okay, people are why? No one wants to talk to me, and then I get on sprints. Everybody's like, "Hey, girl, how you doing?"
It happens all the time.
No, I don't want to talk to you people right now. I read 19 pages, took a shower, and got my work bag ready for tomorrow. Wonderful. Read 30 pages. Oh
nice.
my god, why are these jumping? Were these jumping for you earlier? Because
yes, like it would just like flash and then they jump. I was like, what is happening?
Just started the forward and eating dinner. Wonderful. What are you eating? What are you eating, Rainy? I just need to know.
Tacos and beans.
Delicious. Sounds
Tacos
delicious.
is like the best.
I need to decide what I'm going to eat because, like, the kids ate McDonald's, and I just, after working at McDonald's for 3 years, it's just not something that I prefer to eat. I got 75 pages in the books cataloged. I'm halfway through updating my call pile. I am making an effort, like, next year because I didn't do call pile until like halfway through this year.
I love the call pile.
I knew what it was, but I wasn't doing it, and now I have the spreadsheet. But I'm like, I
just know that I will never keep up with it. I know this about myself. Like I just know this about myself.
I'll have to use the simplistic one because I don't rate, like, I'm not a person that rates like the characters and the plot. I don't care. Like it's the vibes for me.
Yeah.
Well, I thought I was gonna be bad at using it, but since I like doing my stats every month, that lets me do it. So I'm like, well, I gotta update. So.
Yeah, I just use Storygraph to get my stats.
Yeah, I use Storygraph to get my stats. G really put the time into Cawpile to really make the stats what they are, which is the only reason I want to use it. So next year,
I will say, I saw another book tracker, and I can't remember who it's by. I think it's by Paperback Hoarder. And I just happened to click on hers. If you thought Cawpile was intense, you have to look at this one.
Okay. I need better stats for next year. Part of my problem with Storygraph is that I don't do reviews. Like I'm really bad at writing reviews. Because my reviews will literally be like, it was the vibes for me, 5 stars.
I only write reviews if I'm reviewing the book. Like if I'm actually like reviewing the book.
That's why you guys don't get reviews on my channel. Like you get my wrap-ups and I'll talk about like what I felt about the book in the wrap-up, but like I don't have enough thoughts to put a whole review unless it's a rant. And then I get
I actually find it a lot easier to review books I don't like than books
I like. I'm like, it's the vibes.
Yeah. Books I don't like, I have points. For books I do like, I'm like, I liked it. I don't know what else to tell you.
Books I don't like, I have like an itemized list of all of the things that I hated. Like that's what it is. Crystal, mine and Rainy's readathon will run the entire month. It will run from October 1st to October ish. And we'll be doing watch parties of the original Hocus Pocus and the new Hocus Pocus movie. So that's going to be so fun. And I'm going to be making a Discord this week and everything like that. So
coming soon.
Yeah, we'll be doing all that. Rainy put an announcement thing saying that there might be a readathon. There is. It's coming. But she put a little teaser in her stories on Instagram. So yeah, it'll be the whole month. And I'm making the bingo card right now because we decided to do bingo card. So.
Mostly because I'm trying to get sneak peeks of the readathon and I'm bugging her.
She's cashing in on her bestie privilege.
I'm like, hello, I need to fill up my October TBR. So if you want your readathon in it, you must tell me.
Right. I read 32 pages. Wonderful. 76%. Awesome. I'm not sure what's cute, but thank you.
Not a clue.
Shows? I don't know. Although I do want to get y'all know that
it might be the book.
You know the light. Oh, it could be the book.
It could be.
You know the lights that Rye has under her shelves?
Yeah.
I'm getting some of those because this is very dark under here. But also, I'm gonna get taller shelves. Like my whole room is about to be rearranged so that this whole wall is shelves. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that was
She's
me.
back.
It's fine.
I
She's
am back.
it's fine. So glad that you're back.
I
Slashes in the Snow by M. Never. I honestly wouldn't classify it as a true motorcycle romance. It feels more like a high school romance with a guy who rides a motorcycle. So that's what I don't know where I put it. That book that I held up earlier, Under the Night Sky or whatever. Yeah, Under the Night Sky. That's what that was too. Like it was like you could classify it, I suppose, but it was more like a high school romance with very older high schoolers because they were 18 and 19 years old, and the 19-year-old is the guy, and he got held back in like first grade or something. Like there's a whole thing about it in there, but he rides a motorcycle, but it's not like he's not like a part of a motorcycle club. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about poetry. Yeah, I like poetry though, but poetry, listen, when I say I like poetry, I mean like Shel Silverstein, so I don't think that really counts.
That's poetry.
Yeah.
But like super lyrical, like Emily Dickinson style poetry is hard for me. It's rough. I'm just not smart enough for that.
Well, I'm also not really a big short story fan either. Like I'm trying to
I don't like a short story.
I don't like a short story either. Like I want meat and potatoes to my stories. Thanks so much.
Same.
Pot
That sounds
roast,
delicious.
scalloped potatoes and green beans, delicious. Hello, Cassie. It's always nice to see you. I rarely ever write reviews. I love the hardback quarters spreadsheet. I've heavily modified it. Got you. Yeah,
I gotta check this out.
I am going to check this out too. So what I do is I cheat. If I really want, like, I'm about to update some reviews for this month, last month, and every month before, and I have. But this month, I'm trying to be on top of my reviews. But I do mini reviews, so it literally has like the title, the author, the rating, and then like 2 sentences, so I can be like, it was the vibe, such great writing.
Like I said, I only review books. Like you'll get my star rating, but after that, unless it's like a NetGalley arc or a physical arc, it's not you're not getting. I mean, you will in my vlogs, but like a written one on Goodreads.
I go back at the end of every month and update my Goodreads reviews, but
not me. My story graph has 0 reviews. They don't even, most of them, all of them have I think most of them have star ratings, but none of them have actual reviews. Like I commend the people that write like half a page, like an essay on their Instagram caption. Like I read them and I'm like, you know what? Good for you.
Only if it's an arc. That's the only time you will see that. If not, you will see me go, I read this book. I liked it. Bye-bye.
You'll see currently just read, currently reading next. That's what you'll see.
Exactly.
The Night Circus is okay. Yes, we did.
We're all doing it, I think.
We're doing that one too. And we're doing Crystal Lake 1 too. So we're doing all of the readathons in October, and it's fine.
Well, I'm not doing my TBR game in October unless I can somehow make it work.
No, I don't blame you. And I'm not doing October because I actually don't have that many arcs right now.
I don't either.
But I'm going to do my TBR game. But hear me out. I'm going to do my TBR game, but I'm going to make it fit. You know what I'm saying? Like basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to be like, these are the books for all the readathons, and then I'm going to come back in another video and be like, this is my TBR game, and we're going to fit whatever books we can into the TBR game. The end.
Exactly.
If I can't figure out how to do that, then there will be no Gilmore Girls game for October.
Yeah, I think I'm going to film it and try and make my books that I have planned fit, and then if it doesn't, then like at the end I'm going to be like, well, this is what I'm reading this month. No,
right. Bestie perks are the best. She definitely does. Cash hers in all the time. I still owe her some stuff.
As she should.
She does. She'll be like, yo, Bestie perks. And I'm like, okay. Yes, the book. Okay.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I think it is cute. Short stories are such a tease.
I so agree.
Honestly, yeah. Because, I mean, I can do like novellas, but they have to be at least 200 pages.
Well, doesn't it not count as a novella unless it's less than 200? I think, or is that not a thing? I thought it was. I don't know.
I think a novella can fall between like 5. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
I like some small books, but like
But,
they
5 and
they
200.
have to be written really well to pull off a small book. Like it has to be written really, really
You
well to
have
not
to
make
have-
me think like we missed something.
You have to have like a very obvious beginning, middle, and end.
Mm-hmm.
It
I feel
can't
like
be.
the only novellas that I really, really enjoy are horror ones because I feel like you can get a lot done with a short horror novella.
I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, if she hadn't screwed up the end, Under One Roof by Ali Hazelwood would have been a good novella.
Oh,
Like,
see,
I liked the story.
I
but
loved
she
that
scanned
book.
it.
I didn't like the other two, but I liked that one.
Under One Roof, the ending, I was like, okay. And like, I'm sorry to Ali Hazelwood, but like her sex scenes are not anything to write home about.
Wait, because so I just read The Love Hypothesis for Rom-Comathon because I don't read a lot of contemporary romance. I read a little, but not much.
Yeah.
So of course I'm going into it with the TikTok hype in mind, and everyone said it was smutty. And luckily, thank God, Bree was like, FYI, it's not before I went in. Because
Right.
I was like, it's not.
Here's the thing with Under One Roof, my problem with this sex scene was like this really ruins nothing, but they literally are like doing it in one part of the house, like straight doing it in one part of the house. And then as soon as they move to the bedroom, he's like asking every 2 seconds if she consents. Sir. Like,
No,
I understand.
for me, I lost it in the third book. Have you read the third one?
No, I stopped after Under One Roof. I was like,
he literally
are not it.
compares like the main dude compares the woman's like boobs to like the Mars Earth craters, like, and I was like, okay, I'm done.
My thing is this: Ali Hazelwood writes these books where she's constantly talking about how big these dudes are.
Yes,
You were on my sprints when I went on this rant.
How
of
big,
like
how
what?
big everything about them is, and I'm like, is he so big that he's like splitting her in half? I'm confused because you want to talk about like this dwarf woman and then this humongous man. It's weird to me.
it's
So
weird.
weird.
Yeah,
Oh, it's so weird. I only write reviews for arcs. I used to keep a spreadsheet, but I would get sucked into the internet for hours. So now I have a bullet journal where I write plot points.
you know what makes me really sad though is I have like a reading journal that I bought from I think a Clockwork reader. I think I really like her reading journal, and I've hardly filled it out, and I'm just like,
listen, I have a custom.
I also
digital
have a
journal.
reading journal
Listen,
that I probably haven't touched since January.
I have a custom digital journal that my friend made for me because we all know that I'm a digital person. And to be honest with you, like I fill out like the monthly stuff. So like I fill out like all my stats and like I keep track of what I've read and all that. But like writing reviews, like I have it like if you go to my yearly pages where it says like what I read this year, like those are filled out. Like so if you were to just glance at it, you'd be able to see like what I read, what I rated each book, like this. Let it load.
See, I started out really strong.
This, but none of them have actual reviews written. It's just these pages that are filled out.
See, I started out strong. I started out, yeah, we're getting somewhere, like 2 or 3 books, and then you get to like a couple more books, and this is all you got. And then
this is what I'm saying is I know I could download Corpile and I would do it for 3 whole books before I would go, okay, then I'll just start stacking books and then I'll sit down and do it later. And then that stack will like get to a point where I'm like, okay, I got to just put those away because the stack is too large. Like this somewhat happens with me vlogging too. It's like I finished a book yesterday and I'm like, okay, I got to update the vlog. But then I'm like, well, I'll do that later. And then I push it off for like 5 hours. I'm like, yeah, right. I was supposed to update the vlog.
The only one that's not in here is the one that I just finished last night, which is the aunties one. But like they're all filled out like this, so you could just glance at it and see. But I'm telling you that the first one that actually has a review under it is Their Vicious Darling. So from Their Vicious Darling, these 3 have reviews. The rest of these, there might be like 5 that have reviews. No, that's it. So.
Yeah. Like I said, if it's an arc, I will. But if it's not, then it's not going to happen.
It's really not. And I only
I'll
do
give you a star rating.
You were nice enough to give me a book before it came out. So thanks so much. Okay, do we want to do another 45 minutes?
Sounds good.
I'm gonna eat this sprint, so that's gonna be
You
great.
eat this sprint.
Let me see. Okay, what am I doing? I don't even know what I'm doing. Okay, here we go. All right, we will see everyone in 45 minutes.
All right.
How did we do?
I got to 30% of Reckless Girls, and it's not bad. I'm interested in the before parts about Brittany and Emma. Like, I want to know more about them. You know what I mean, Neva?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Just trust me when I say everything. You will get all of the answers that you are looking for.
Okie dokie.
That's all I'm gonna say. Because if I say
I'm
anything
excited
else,
to read this book.
you need to. It's so good, in my opinion.
It'll happen sometime this year because I need it for that blog, but like it could be December.
Well, I also kind of figured it might be on the Goodreads Choice Awards, which I plan on doing a video once that's announced of reading whatever thriller ones make it to the finale, because I think I've read a lot of them, so I hopefully won't have that many to read, but who knows.
Yeah.
How did you do, Brittany?
I got about 29 pages, which is good, and my kid went to bed, so that's also good. So like, it was a productive sprint.
My kid
I
also
bought those melatonin gummies, Neva.
Listen, she took hers and had her Pediasure to tide her over until the morning, because another thing that we have issues with is that she is very picky with eating. So I have to give her a Pediasure before bed, or she will be up at 2:00 asking for me for a snack. I made food, okay? And before anyone asks, this is the same thing I always make during sprints, it seems, which is chili cream cheese dip. Okay, that's what I made. Chili cream cheese dip.
Oh.
Michelle and Lexi were talking about it. Was it Michelle and Lexi that you were doing sprints? No, when Lexi was on Kaylee's sprints yesterday, they were like, "You're always eating this," and I'm like, "Yeah, because it takes 5 minutes. Like, it's literally a can of Hormel chili and a brick of cream cheese. Heat it all together till the cream cheese is melted, and then you put like shredded cheese on top and eat it with chips. Like, it takes 5 minutes." But I also listened to 46 pages of Four Aunties and a Wedding.
Nice.
I'm really enjoying this book, and also the narrator. So this, I think I might like the first one was 5 stars, and like you can't really give more than 5 stars. But I feel like this one is better than the first one. It's funnier. Like, I think because the first one we get a lot of like background stuff.
Yeah.
What? Like, there is the stuff that we like know about. Like, there's obviously like the cozy mystery part, right? Like the guy dies, whatever. But we get a lot of background stuff on certain characters. And now that we have the background in this book, like, it's just them interacting with each other, and it's just really funny. And like the mom and the aunts, like, their priority with things is so funny to me, because like there is like supposedly going to be, because this one has like mafia in it, so there's supposed to be like a hit or whatever, and she goes to tell her mom and the aunts like, yo, there's gonna be a hit during this wedding or whatever, and the mom is like more concerned about the bad luck that this hit is going to bring than the hit itself. So
nice.
Fine. She could really care less that someone's gonna die.
Love that.
I don't know where we left off. Okay. Courtney is here. She said that she clicked on the sprints and all she saw was blue balls. It's fine. Welcome to the chaos.
That's nighttime sprints vibes right there.
Also, Rainey, I love your shirt.
Oh, thanks. I got it last year from a bookstagrammer.
It's so cute. I love it. Finished Big Brother. Wonderful. I wish I could like that show, but it just pisses me off. So, like, I want to be a Big Brother girly, but the show just makes me so angry. 167 of the Night Circus. Wonderful. I read 40 pages on 59 of 215. 93% done.
Nice.
Goal is to reach 200 before all end at the sprints. I mean, I don't know how long we're going. I think we're gonna do at least one more. I don't know.
Yeah.
If everyone leaves me, I might just hang out.
I'm probably gonna leave at the end of this talkie bit, but it's almost 11 here, so
Yeah, it's late there, so
yeah.
I didn't read. ML and I brought the outside cat into our bathroom because we were taking her to the vet tomorrow, and now I'm full of anxiety that she might not want to be our cat. I think she'll want to be your cat.
Yeah.
Rainy blue, she likes your shirt.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah, okay. I'll go by blue.
I read 7 pages of The Final Strife, but I spent a lot of time in the glossary. Oh. So I'm guessing
It's always daunting when a book requires a glossary.
I'm
Like,
guessing
that's
this
why
is
I'm
like a
not
fantasy
reading-
book. If it has
That's
a
why I'm not
glossary.
reading Dune, because Dune has like a 60-page glossary, and I'm
No,
like,
thank you.
Yeah.
I will never read Dune. Okay? I tried to watch the movie. The movie made no sense to me.
What book did I read this year that had like 100-page glossary?
Oh no.
what?
And I was
Were you reading the Bible? Like, I don't understand.
No, I didn't read it. I got it in. It was for Jade and Gavin and Pris and Steph's book club. It was Mordu. And I was like, the book is like 400 pages and the glossary was 100 pages on top of it. And I was like,
Absolutely not.
why? And then they all DNF'd it. So I was like, I'm glad I did.
Listen, the mom really is hardcore. Like, she literally makes this really ruins nothing, okay? Because if you read the synopsis, you'll know that, like, in the second book, Medi gets married. Okay, so it's Medi's wedding that there's like this hit or whatever that's supposed to be happening, and so she goes to her mom and her aunties and is like, "There's going to be a hit," and her mom is like, "Oh no, the shame! This means a murder at the wedding means no grandbabies," and she's like, "Yeah, because that's what we should be worried about."
Why would the murder at the wedding mean no grandbabies? Were they going to make the babies at the wedding specifically?
No, like it will bring like shame.
Oh, like
and
bad luck? Oh, gotcha.
right, because they're Chinese. They're Chinese Indonesian. So it'll bring like shame and, you know, dishonor or whatever. And she's like, yeah, because that's what we should be worrying about. Is that? And she's like, what evil person would make it so I have no grandbabies? And I was like,
Way to make it about you, really, is what she's doing. She's like, I need to make it about myself.
And the sarcasm, like Medi has so much sarcasm that gets lost in translation because like her aunts and her mom have not fully integrated into being American, even though they've been there for like a long time. So they're still very like Chinese Indonesian, like culture wise, right? So they speak very like broken English and things like that. And she's just like, because that's what we should be worrying about. Yeah. And then she's like, okay, the only way I'm going to get them to, so she was like, yeah, we have to stop them so that you can have grandbabies. Like that's basically, and I'm just, I don't know. It's cracking me up, to be honest with you, because could you imagine having a conversation like that in real life? Absolutely not. I ended up liking book one more than book 2, but I did have a fun time. And at the beginning, I was laughing too hard. The aunts are too funny. Yes, the aunts and the mom are hilarious to me. Like they're
I feel like I need to read this soon.
Same.
They're so funny to me. And I think the only reason that I'm liking the second book better so far is really because I'm just laughing more, because now you just get more of the banter between like the aunts and the mom and Medi. Like you just get, you know, it's just, I don't know, it's just so funny. The glossary is required that it comes with a, oh no. No, thank you.
Nope.
More power to you for reading that, but I could never. Absolutely not. Currently attending a virtual
Nice
book party, but I'm hoping to get some reading of A Good Girl's Guide to Murdering.
I brought this book upstairs this afternoon, so I'm like ready to read it at some point.
Good Girl's Guide to Murder?
Yes.
Well, somewhere
mostly because me and Rainey are going to buddy read it, and I wanted to see if I'm doing Season-a-thon Academy this month and doing like a vlog for those prompts.
Oh, nice.
That's coming out at the end of the month. And one of the prompts is like, you have to do math with your birthday and whatever number, like the book has to end with that number. And I was like, maybe it just happens to end with a 9, which is my number that it needs to be, so that I could just switch out a book to read that one instead of like adding a book.
Yeah.
And with the acknowledgments, it ends with a 9.
That counts. I don't
So
care.
I'm like, that's
Sometimes, and if people ask me, I'm like, sometimes I read the acknowledgments, so I feel like they count.
I never read the acknowledgments, but I'll read them for this book just to make it work for the prompt.
When oh my gosh, this part I actually read. So their wedding is like a destination wedding because his parents, like the groom's parents, live in England. Like, so all of the aunties and the mom start talking, like Medi's family start talking in these British accents, and they already have like broken Chinese, like they have Chinese accents but with broken English. Like the kind of accent I'm talking about. And they start they're like, hello, love, like that, but like with the Chinese accent.
I feel like this must be excellent in audio.
I actually went back just to listen to because I had read that part. It was before I found the audio. So I actually went back just to listen to the narrator do the audio, and I died. Like, my soul left my body. It was so funny to me. Like, oh my gosh. Okay, this not fair to me. My medicine's kicking in and I don't want to go to sleep. I mean, I don't know what to do. You should just go to sleep. I know you don't.
Okay, but here's a real question. Do any of you follow Reading Riley?
Yes.
So you know her Losers Readathon?
Yes.
The
Kind
Stephen
of.
King one?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, like, I'm not reading the book that they were reading. I think they're reading 11, 22, 60, or whatever that one is.
Yeah.
11, 22, 63.
Yeah, I think that's what they're reading. And I was like, no, I'm not going to read that. But I was like, but this would be the perfect time to finally read it. However, it is 1,200 pages.
Yeah.
And the audiobook is 45 hours.
Yes.
Can I do that in a week? I don't know.
So if I don't know if this gives you any faith at all. Before I read audio, so I read it when I was in high school. So it was way before I was doing audiobooks. Like, audiobooks to me wasn't reading back then because I'm an idiot, but that's fine. Past me was stupid. Okay. I read it in a week.
Okay. I think I can do it, but I have to.
I also read
calculate.
chunky. I like chunky books, and I need to actually I want to do a reread of it. Sometimes
you can do it with me now.
But it is 12. It's 1,200 pages. Listen, on this next sprint, I will see if I can find it at the library. If I can find it on Libby, I'll read it with you.
I just found it on Libby. Hold on. Okay, divided by. We would have to read 164 pages a day to make this happen.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now I did read it. I did read it in that point of time, but it is also 45 hours long. I mean, you couldn't probably speed it up because most.
Oh yeah. I would speed it up.
Well,
so, here's the other thing, because I was like, oh, that would be a really fun video, is to read the book and then watch the old movie and then watch the new movies and like compare. And then I was like, homie, you can probably watch the old one because like it's not that scary because like it was in the 70s or whatever. But if you watch the new one, you will die and you will have nightmares for the rest of your life, because I'm still having nightmares about Scream, and I saw that in January.
Yeah.
So, really?
Yes.
Okay, so I watched the new It movie. I watched it when it first came out. So the remake, I watched it when it first came out. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I am a person that likes horror movies, but I'm a person that likes to watch horror movies in the middle of the day. So when I tell you that I watched the new It movie in my living room at the place I used to live, but in my living room where there was like streaming sunlight with the doors locked at like 2:00 in the afternoon, and every time someone would move unexpectedly or like sneak up on me, I would jump. It's fine, but like also
I don't watch horror movies never. So
I don't know what they did with
that to
one,
myself.
but they made it
I don't
way
do scary movies.
and I just can't.
No.
And
so,
then Sam was like, you and Ari should dress up as Georgie and Pennywise for Halloween, which like is a cute idea. Like there are some cute like cosplay like Pennywise
yeah
for women, but like if you look at Ari and you go, "Hiya, Georgie," she screams. So like I'm not about to dress us up like that and then have her scream. Like no.
So yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna read it. I'm not gonna watch any movies. I'm not gonna be terrified. And that's what's gonna happen.
Okay, well I'm gonna
gonna
find
do
it in this next.
I
sprint,
love
and I'll-
how I was complaining that I had to read the 500-page book in like 3 days, and you're gonna try and do 1,200 in a week.
I can do it. I
think we can
believe
do
in
it.
myself.
She just needs someone to do it with her. So I'm gonna volunteer as tribute.
See, if I listen to it in the car on the way there and back every day, that'll knock out some of my reading. And then as soon as I get home, I'll just do the rest of my required reading for the day.
Just don't listen to it right before you're gonna go to bed. Have a palate cleanser for something before you go to bed.
Oh yeah.
Check the ebook out. Oh, she checked the ebook out for this since they have a glossary.
Yeah.
So, everyone's saying hello. The audiobooks are great. So if you don't want to physically read these, I mean they're quick reads. So like whatever. But if you want like the experience of the audio, I highly recommend the audio.
Sometimes if I know I'm going to like a book though, like where you're saying it's like Finley, I kind of like to do it like read it once and then like reread it with audio later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that I can like re-experience it.
And honestly, the only reason that I didn't do that this time is because I was like, well, I can listen to the audio and do other things. And tonight I needed to do other things.
Yeah, definitely.
1,200 pages and I complain about 500. Well.
Well, whoever owned this before me only made it to page 1080 because they have a receipt in here as a bookmark.
They said screw that.
Love it. They were like, and I'm done.
Off it.
It's their receipt for it.
So Alexa says she's been putting off it because of how long it is. I think that's why a lot of people put off it is because of how long it is. But like also, I like a challenge. I'm laughing. You have nightmares from Scream, and yes, I watched.
I'm so happy that you are laughing at my demise. I seriously still have nightmares.
Rainy, for some reason though, it doesn't surprise me that you're like not a horror movie girl.
My friend, like they have one more Scream movie coming out, and my friend who went with me was like, "Can we please go?" Because her and her boyfriend were cracking up at me because I'm like, "Oh my god, no, I can't watch," and I'm just like, I was just. I should never have gone. I don't know why I went. I should
have stayed home.
Especially because like the graphics have gotten way worse. So like it's gory, and I was like,
that's the thing is that they made the new one so scary. Like the new one is
scary.
I don't like. Oh my god.
No. I'm not about it.
Harris is reading it in October.
Oh yeah,
I'm reading it again.
Bad boy.
Time,
also, this is the best floppy paperback.
I love how floppy it is.
So floppy.
Although you need that with a book that is that big, because if not, you can't read inside. Like it's impossible to read the words.
Spine's been broken, and I don't find it.
It by Stephen King is 1,200 pages. Jessica. Or they started the last day on that page and finished it. LOL. I do that all the time. They probably got to page 8. They probably got to page, what did you say? 1,180. And they were like, you know what? This book has been going on for too long. I'm good.
I mean, I'm just prepared. My mom said the ending sucks. Just deal with it. And I said, okay.
Yeah, the ending in the book is not.
She's like, it's not it. She's like, you basically read 1,200 pages and you're like, that's it. But you still have to read it because it's just an experience.
But also, like, the rest of the book, though, like, there's enough in the rest of the book that you're like, okay, I got to find out what happens next.
Like, well, yeah, I know. She was like, it's an experience.
It's that. It's an experience for sure.
I'm ready.
Reading it in hardcover must be
no. No, you want to know what would be uncomfortable? Hold on. Where is it?
I could never read it in hardcover. I can't even imagine.
I gave it back to my mom. I borrowed hers before I had this copy, and she had it in mass market paperback like this time. I was like, no, mom.
Mass market paperback.
How many pages was it? Like 2,000?
It was 2,000 pages. And it was so tiny. They're like why do you have this? And she's like, I don't know, I've had it forever. I'm like, I'm not reading this.
Mass market paperback. Absolutely.
And okay, I have to
could
find
never.
I have to find the cover because the clown was really, really creepy
funny.
looking. Hold on, let me find it.
I
Where
didn't
is
even know
it?
they made it in a mass market paperback.
I'm gonna find it. Where is this little
That's
creepy mass
fantastic.
market?
She said it was 2,000 pages.
Well, it would just be like
would have to
massive.
be.
It would have to be.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
where is this mass market picture? Oh, I found it. Oh, look at that.
Oh, the clown is creepy.
Isn't that
Ew.
weird?
Oh, that's really. It looks
Yeah.
like that video game.
Yeah.
Friday. What is it? Freaky Friday. I don't know.
Oh, I know what you're
Fridays with
talking about.
Freddy's.
Fridays at Freddy's?
Something like that.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. Nope.
No.
She said-
Well,
I
we're gonna
don't
do it, Neva.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. I found it.
When you're
Okay,
done,
well-
we'll do Good Girls Guide to Murder.
Okay. Well, we start on
finish-
Friday, Neva.
You finish it,
Friday?
and then I will do the small book with you.
Yeah,
Okay,
'cause
that's
she's-
done.
she's
They
doing
ain't.
a-
It's not happening. If you think I would,
Oh
no, thank you.
I can't commit at the same time.
No, and I'm not reading it.
She's gonna need a palate cleanser when it is done, and so a Good Girl's Guide to Murder will be a good palate cleanser.
Yes.
But I
That
found
sounds
it. I found
Okay.
it.
Okay.
So yes, we will. You said Friday.
Yep.
Okay, great. That gives me time to read Ice Planet Barbarians because I have to start that tomorrow.
Now there's a whole different range of books. You're
I
really,
know,
you're
right?
really swinging.
I have the audio for that. I'm gonna have to make sure that I have headphones.
I have that on my shelf somewhere. The first one.
No,
I mean,
No.
I'm not a hater of mass market paperback, but it as Mars market.
willing to try most things, but I feel like that for me is just a little
I'm
too
not
far.
I literally will not buy a mass market paperback no matter how cheap it is for a book. Even if I like it's a new book, I'm like, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah.
It is. It is scary too. And then when my kids tell me that they're playing it, I'm like, why are you doing that?
Stop it. Stop.
I'm like, just stop.
Absolutely not.
It's like, why would you?
I don't understand kids.
Yes, I have not forgot IPB. That starts for anybody that's in the Discord for that. I don't know if anyone's in there, but we're gonna start reading it tomorrow. I grabbed the audiobook because I don't know, audio just has been calling to me. So I'm gonna read the audio, and the narrators are not bad on there. Like it looks like it's 2 narrators and they sound fine. So
How long is the audio? Like it must be short.
and let me tell you. Please hold while I open Libby.
Also, while I was just thinking about that, can you imagine having to record a 45-hour audiobook?
No. It
I
would
mean, if
take
you're
you.
getting paid by the hour, you must be thrilled.
It would probably take you like 12 days. Oh, also,
Yes.
the
but-
library gave me the Lost Apothecary, so I'm gonna be reading that this week.
Oh, nice.
Oh, girl, I just finished it.
Oh, how did you like it?
5 stars.
They gave
I
it.
loved it so much.
I'm
They
glad
gave
you
it
liked
to me
it.
during this last sprint, and I
It's
also
not like the story is not like intricate in any way, but I just liked it.
so
Yeah.
I'll probably have the Ice Planet Barbarians done in like 3 hours because it's only a 6-hour audiobook.
Do you
Yeah.
think that audiobook narrators read the book before they do it or no?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
But I feel like, what if you're like,
But
oh my
maybe.
God, as you're reading it and you're like, what?
I mean, they have editing software.
Well, they can retake it too. Like I'm sure
But-
they say sometimes have to like go back and like re-say that paragraph.
It's-
to get
Because if
through
I
that
was
weird-
narrating like The Silent Patient, for example, I would have been like, okay, I gotta stop.
I think so. Here's why I don't think that they read the book first is because, like, especially during COVID and stuff, a lot of people were getting into narrating audiobooks, like for smaller, like indie authors, because they could do it from home.
Mm.
Do you know how to narrate for an audiobook?
Do I know how? Yes. Am I
No,
going
like my mom wants me to narrate her books. And I'm like, I don't know how you even go about doing that, Mom.
You literally, so this is gonna sound really stupid, but like you would literally, like, do you know how to record a podcast?
Yeah.
You're literally gonna do it like that. It's
Oh,
almost
really?
yeah. I mean, you can Google it on how to do it from home. It's almost like all of the software and stuff is almost the exact same as what you would use to narrate a podcast.
See, but for me, I'm like, I don't know if I could narrate different voices. Like that sounds intimidating, and I don't know how they jump back and forth. Like if you'll say something in that character, and then you have to go back to like your narrator voice, and then they say something in a different character, and then you have to like that's.
So I feel
That's
like
hard.
this. There are definitely narrators that don't do that. Right? Like there are definitely narrators that like they will just like deepen their voice for a male character. I think that it's more about like the inflection in your voice as opposed to like being like the Finley Donovan narrator where she sounds like a whole Russian man.
I know she rocked it.
She's
like,
very impressive.
Because like if you're not a voice actor, I don't know how you would do that. I mean, I guess you could try to do like trainings or something.
Okay. Well, I told her I would think about it, and so I'll try my hand at narrating for my mom.
Listen,
if it goes great, great.
I got over the smut in audio. I don't remember what book. It was a book that Mariah gave me because she was like, "Here, I have this on audio and in paperback." And the paperback, the font was so small that I was like, "This ain't gonna work." So I listened to it, and like this book she had me listen to is from like the 80s, and they really be talking like actually using like words for people's private parts, like the actual words. And I was like, what am I listening to? And after that book, I just don't care anymore.
Okay, well, see, I didn't even like my first audiobook, which I laugh because this is like a smutty book. It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey, and I was listening to it in my mother-in-law's house, which thank God she was not there. But I was just like, I didn't know that it was like a smutty book. I don't know, I was naive,
right?
And I just started listening to it, and like it's on loud, and my husband is in the room, and then all of a sudden it starts going south, and my husband's like, "What the hell are you listening to?" And I was like, "I don't know."
So spoiler alert, I had been listening to it at Dunkin' because at the time that I listened to spoiler, I was working at Dunkin', and we had a speaker that we could hook our phones to. And like the day before, I had been listening to the audio through the speaker. Well, then I get to work the next day and someone was already using the speaker. So I was like, cool, I'll just put a headphone in. And I turned that book on, and thank God I did not hook that up to a speaker with a bunch of teenagers in my store, because it was just like, it went from like, they were walking nicely down the street, like hanging out, to like smashing. And I was like, I turned red trying to like give people their orders. I was like, hi, how are you today? As I'm like listening to the smut, and I was like, okay, cool. Like that's
I love that.
It's fine. They get samples of stuff. I believe they know it's spicy. Okay, I mean, at least they know if it's spicy. I really want to narrate a smut book just so I can say that I did it. Honestly.
Ooh, I like
well,
this.
that's smart.
And highlighted the different voices she needed to do. That's good. That's good.
I like that.
I can only do smut audio if it's a sexy voice. Other than that, nope. I mean, it definitely has to not be like.
Yeah,
that's why
that was kind of your issue with My Killer Vacation, wasn't it?
Yes, because Miles sounded like a man who'd been smoking for 50 years, who also might have narrated a Stephen King book, but also might have been like the voice of the axe murderer on ID Discovery. And I was like, I can't, nope. And then wants to keep calling her half pint every Tuesday. I was like, absolutely not.
Yeah, I was glad when that kind of ended.
Absolutely not. But it's Tessa Bailey.
Yeah,
that was Baby Rainy.
Is not really smutty.
I don't know. I kind of thought it was.
What?
I didn't think it happened when summer was, but Hook, Line, and Sinker wasn't really.
Well,
it was like one
way,
scene.
it was not. This was like funny. When Baby.
No.
This was Baby Rainy when like I had only just started reading again. Like I didn't know any authors, so I didn't know Tess Bailey. I was just like, oh, this book is like on the bestsellers. Might as well read it. Now I know.
Tessa Bailey does these cutesy ass covers. You don't realize.
They
like,
are
you pick up her book and you're like, oh, this is cute rom-com, and then you read it and it's like Smutville.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think I did it in a weird order because I think I read her smuttiest book first, which was My Killer Vacation.
Oh, that's her smuttiest book?
I mean, I only read 3, but it was definitely the smuttiest of the 3 I read.
I haven't read it yet. It's on my shelf, but everyone's hating it. So
because it's like chapter 2.
Oh.
Yeah, the sex starts in like chapter 2 because I
think
through
she
the first-
realizes that
I
that's
got
like
through the
her
first
only
sex
good
scene before I
thing is
DNF'd
smut.
it.
It's every chapter.
Yeah, from chapter 2 on, it's like every chapter.
It's every chapter.
But like I DNF'd it after I got through the first smut scene because Kim was like, Neva's gonna give this a 5-star, and then I DNF'd it. So
I think it's their smuttiest book, and I think Hook, Line, and Sinker for me of the 3 that I read, might I add, was the least.
Hook, Line, and Sinker wasn't super smutty in my
No.
opinion.
Oh, there was a really steamy scene though. There was one that made me uncomfortable.
The one where they're outside?
No,
I mean,
the one in the room for the
in Hook, Line, and
that
Sinker.
was a steamy scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they'd had a steamy scene, but I don't feel like the book itself was like overly, like.
No, I agree.
What
That happened when Summer was
5
more.
pages. I'm not gonna make it. Okay, good night, Tammy. I'm so picky with audiobooks. I can usually do nonfiction, but novels are tough for me to listen to. So I'm also picky. So that's why I be listening to samples. And the one exception to that was House Across the Lake. And I'm a dummy. But the thing is that I'm glad that in the end I grabbed it off Libro FM, because when I read that on my 24-hour sprints, if I hadn't been able to listen to the second half as an audiobook, I wouldn't have finished it. Like I would have fallen asleep. So
yeah.
Okay, Rainy, do you want to do another sprint?
I feel like I want to, but also probably should not.
Okay, so because I know Brittany wants to go to bed, right?
I want to go to bed.
Okay,
I don't want to go to bed per se, but I mean, like
Well,
I have stuff that if I don't do them, I will not be happy with myself in the morning. I at least made Lincoln's lunch already, and that was bonus because normally I make it at like 11:45, and I'm like,
yeah, I'm thinking honestly, like we're all like on the same wavelength, because I definitely have not filled my planner out for this week, and if I do not do that before I go to bed.
Yep, that's exactly what I have. I have my Hustle Sanely planner waiting to fill out
in the morning when I'm like, what am I doing this week? And I have no idea. So
yep.
I think we're going to jump off here now for the evening. And
we are gonna start it on Friday.
Starting it on Friday. Yes.
And Brittany's gonna join us. I'm kidding.
We have
Brittany is not happening.
Watch out for the Bestie's book club announcement on Wednesday at 10 a.m. Watch out for mine and Rainy's thingy. What is it called?
Our readathon announcement.
Readathon announcement next Sunday at 10 a.m. And then I will have sprints on Tuesday, Wednesday. Do I have Friday? Yeah, Friday and Saturday as usual. Do you have
also
Brittany?
Isn't this weekend your 24-hour sprints?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So those would be the sprints that I know that I'm on. I probably am going to host sprints, but I don't know when.
Just kidding, y'all. Okay, there will be there might be Friday sprints, but I may not do Friday sprints because of the 24-hour sprints. Yeah. But I will have sprints Tuesday and Wednesday. But I might do Friday sprints so that I can tell you guys how my job interview went on Thursday. I don't know
yet. You do it.
Also, but if I don't do Friday sprints, there will be 24-hour sprints starting Saturday.
That sounds good. Also, I looked, and the first 164 pages takes us exactly to part 2.
Oh, that's always convenient.
Great. I love a book that's like that, where they're like, here's your assigned reading, and it takes you directly to the next break. You're welcome.
They just knew I wanted to read it in a week.
Right. And then Rainy and Brittany, I think, are both on my sprints for 24 hours. They'll be there
at some point.
And then also, I believe Michelle, Sarah, Crystal, Lexi, and Kaylee will also be on. There might be other. I don't know. They will all be listed, but there will be 4 parts this time, so that freaking YouTube will save the sprints, and I don't have to edit the video. So. All right, we love y'all so much. Thank you for hanging out with us on these impromptu sprints. And we'll see y'all next time.
Bye.